Okay, this was kind of strange. So, the original producer, the Lost Beetle producer of the Dog Post, he comes back and says, "Boys, you got some 7s, you got some 17s, you got a 31. You ain't getting no views. I thought we had graduated past the single digit days." So he introduces us to his new protege. It turns out his new protege is our secret producer who's been sending us envelopes, who disappeared in the Andes Mountains, and now he's standing there, and the old producer we fired because he's such a prick, he's got his arm around this kid, and we already know this guy. He's the producer who hired the writer girl, and the two of them disappeared. I mean, I'm an idiotic, stupid dog, but whatever. So anyways, this kid, he's been disappeared, you know what I'm saying? He was slipping us shit under our door sills. He speaks now. He says, "Listen, guys, I want to tell you the way we're going to handle this. We're going to begin with the fact that Ari Shafir blowing off Kim's head was spectacular. And that's what our artwork's going to be. Next, are you paying attention, dog? Everybody was there, and it was too much for Ric Flair." That's the title of this post. I don't even know what's going to be the title. You could think of something else for yourself, dog, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay? But this is the kind of punched up thing that I want to do. This was like a Skanks family reunion. Nobody knew what the hell was going on. I'm confused. I got the wrong notes. And I'm a stupid dog. I was like, who was there? And the producer, protege, says, all the Skanks, or what you would want the Skanks to be. That's what the kid said, the producer. He says, all the skanks there, or what you would want the skanks to be. I would say, as a dog, I would say, what you would want the skanks to be. But he said, like, what you would want, because he had some kind of weird accent from Western, or some Pennsylvania, I didn't even know where it was. That Pennsylvania accent was stupid, but I was like, I'm a stupid dog. So I said, well, who's on that list, big guy? He said, Louis J. Gamaz, Shane Gillis, the talented one, Mark Norman, the guy who looks like he's named Norman, Zach Americo, that crazy guy, and of course Ari Shafir, and of course Killtony. You know, the thing is, the producer explained, he says, Killtony worships Ric Flair. He thought Ric Flair was going to just jump in and become like a monster skank, or whatever you call a super skank. But the funniest thing was, Rick was trying to bail the whole time. So I looked at a clip myself. I'm a stupid dog. He was trying to shut it down the whole time, and Killtony was trying to interpret him. But like, Rick's so old, and Rick was so sloshed on 22 beers that he didn't even know really what was going on. And he was wanting to bail the whole time. You're like, old-fashioned Rick. And I think it was Louis J. Gamaz, from what I was watching, that he got the final maneuver. He got the final head slam. They were all beating up on Rick, physically beating up on him, like Shane Gillis and Gamaz and the whole band of them, you know what I'm saying? They were all getting their shots in, and Rick didn't like it because he's like, I could start swirling you around, whatever. I could whip you with my testicles alone, you little whatever. Rick was like, I'll show you a couple moves. I'll screw you into the ground, maybe. Or maybe I'll knock your head off your shoulders. That would be funny for you. But Rick was just taking it because Rick's like a nice guy and everything. But Louis J. Gamaz, he says, tell us another story, Ric Flair. On the old days, you old fuck. and Rick was like, I'm out. And Rick finally chose as the pretext of his departure. And the producer, apprentice, said, That's the punchline. That's the whole funny thing there, that basically Rick used his connection to wrestling because this wrestler, high school coach, was trying to become, most high school wrestling coaches, I'm an stupid dog. Most high school wrestling coaches become pedophiles or molesters, homosexual molesters. This one was trying to be a comic. So everybody should have been a little bit nicer. That was basically Rick's point. Rick was like, you go up there to whatever, Ohio, and every time you swing a dead cat, you're going to smack a homosexual predatory wrestler coach. But, I'm standing up for him. Rick was like, I'm standing up for him because this guy especially, he's trying to become a professional comedian or dabble in comedianness. He's leaving behind the whole thing over there where they like to go crazy, and he's trying to do something good. So Rick was like, I'm out. That was the pretext. The producer, Apprentice, was like, yes, that was the pretext. And the funny zinger is Rick is out because he's holding up for the wrestlers. And I was like, I'm an stupid dog. It's like, all right, I think we can work with this. Whatever.